Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of DS Era. So this episode actually started pretty stressful for me because I thought I lost all my saves and everything, and I had to like basically skip or replay the whole game to get to the point where I was last time. But apparently I opened the wrong exe file, so yeah, it works. So anyway, let's just go to the episode. Let's just see what's going to happen next, because we just met Trifa, stuff is going down, and what's going to happen I cannot predict anymore. So let's go into the game, let's see what's going to happen. So leave up a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it, subscribe if you're not subscribed, check my Discord, stuff like that. You can also become a member, and I found the save, so we can just load the game now. Thank you. Let's do it. Yep. Here capturing you alive is no longer possible. Okay. He knew my name. Sakurai uttered his, and it reminded an undeniable fact that he had stopped me with a little to no effort. Yep. Pretty much the freaking strong guy. And abrupt ones. Second. I need to like move it a bit. Okay. An abrupt onset of confusion cooled my seething mind. As the whirlpool of fear that once raged within me evaporated, I began to slowly regain my composure. But even still, much like during the incident with Kasumi, my go-to reaction was to withdraw into complete denial. Yeah, pretty much. That just can't be true. Yet, as my vision began to return, my hopes were shattered to pieces. I wonder what he will do now, because, I mean, he's in a grim situation now, so, you know, so maybe they will actually capture him, but if he managed to escape, like, what he will do with Lisa and Himuro then? Because Ren now knows, like, how dangerous Trifa is, so he'll probably try to tell them that they should not be associated with him anymore. But on the other hand, he's like part of their like lives basically for a long time, and they probably trust him and everything. So yeah, that might be kind of difficult situation here. Yet as my vision began to return, my hopes were shattered to pieces.
さて、それでは戯れ遊びも終わりです。改めて自己紹介をいたしましょう。
Okay, Trifa. Looks terrifying as hell. As always.
私の名は聖三杯。清掃13騎士団国園卓第3位。
Yep.
狩猟代行バレリア・トリファー、クリストフ・ローエン・グリーン。あなたの父祖に等しい我が死からは、横島なる聖人の
Wicked Saint works perfectly.
賜った男ですよ。
Oh, magician who could be very well regarded as your ancestor. You mean Mercurius, I guess? I mean, Ren is a substitute for Mercurius, right? So I assume he's mentioning Mercurius here. I guess. Or maybe as your own ancestor. Unless he mean Heldrich, and Heldrich is like could be called ancestor of Ren. But Ren is all about Mercurius, so I think like this is about Mercurius. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think like it's Mercurius. About Mercurius. In other words, this meant that everything from Kasumi to Himuro could easily be connected to this whole goddamn mess.
では、今より開戦といたしましょうか。
Oh my god, what's your abilities? I was left completely paralyzed in the fact of such tremendously powerful foe. Actually, he don't even need to use his powers against Ren, probably. Yeah, he just like stopped him with like one hand. With no effort. Oh, we are back to... Okay, we are back to Wilhelm and... Ooh! Okay, let's see what happens. Because that was like in suspense for a while. Let's see. Oh my god. The bullet hit Wilhelm's chest, followed rapidly by the explosion. Okay, it's like some exploding powder on like this little sheet of paper or something, probably. That was not so easy. That was not to say the bullet itself exploded, but rather a certain something plated on Wilhelm's chest. Yep. Wow, that actually hurt him. Holy crap. Double-checking question. Sitting in the thermos is freezing. Oh shit. Okay. At freezing minus 197 Celsius was liquid nitrogen. Oh! Turning him into an ice sculpture in the blink of an eye. That was Shiro trump card. Okay, this is freaking amazing. This actually may work. Holy crap. This guy should be more fragile now. Maybe not fragile as like human if you are frozen into like this kind of like temperature. But he still should be like... It should be possible to kill him now, right? Swords, guns and fists meant nothing to Wilhelm's menacing body. But what a cellular distraction through chemicals. Yeah. Acid was still unreliable, while sarin gas would be too risky for Shiro. Shiro may have been reckless beyond precedent, but it didn't mean he went out of his way to die. He may have had the shit happens kind of attitude to the whole deal, but he would only let that come to play once he would tried everything else humanly possible. He could let himself die before accomplishing his goal. In other words, he could at least tell a dumb plan for a good one. He might choose the former, depending on the situation, but he still could make that distinction. And so, he chose to go with the liquid nitrogen. Anything worked for the thermal attack, so after taking power, effectiveness, availability, and portability into consideration, he felt into more desirable to utilize a cold substance over a hot one. Okay. I didn't expect this to come into play actually. This is good. And naturally, liquid nitrogen was one of the coldest substances known to man. His plan entered freezing the target, then... Yep! Wait, he just threw his like motorcycle at him? The 1080 cc engine, 800 cc engine, okay. Displacement of Shiro below Valkyrie Rune road to life, spewing steel exhaust from 350 kg plus flat 6 monster on engine. All of this has gone according to plan. Shiro accelerated his motorcycle at tremendous speed, sprang up the whole front wheel, and smashed the ice sculpture that was Wilhelm into millions of pieces. Wait, he actually killed him? Or at least he should have. Oh, okay, never mind. Wow, Wilhelm just like whistled. He made a skillful rear. Wheel spin turned after racing 50 meters away. Shiro stared at the part of the ice, twinkling like diamond dust, with the complex looks on his face. Shiro pointed his finger like a pistol, pretending to shoot the sculpture before giving his accelerator underturn. Oh, that was Shiro who whistled. So I guess Wilhelm just, you know, didn't shatter as expected. No one pursued him. It sure seems that way. Wilhelm simply kept standing there, completely unharmed. Oh, okay. The low temperature and the impact didn't even hurt him, crushing only his overcoat, thus exposing his bare upper body to the moonlight. He didn't give chase. His opponent may have been riding a motorcycle, but Wilhelm could have easily caught up to him in no time flat. Yet he remained still, gazing fixed on the certain spot. He hadn't forgotten about Shiro. Rage, delight and humiliation burned bright into his twisted heart even now. But an abnormal event, dwarfing all that had just occurred, and he wouldn't ignore it in favor of chasing someone impudent prey. No one could. Did he notice that 3 files on the bridge? For all of the members of the Obsidian Round Table, knew what this feeling was. In an event that could only be described as abnormal, Wilhelm Porcelain's skin began to bleed, accompanied by intense pain. Oh, this the stigmata from Heldrich. Is he angry again? Somehow? For some reason? For it was the mark of submission, vivid proof of his first defeat, as well as his allegiance. Oh, of his first defeat. So I guess they fight Heldrich and then he defeats them and gives them stigmata to make them submit. So this is like the slave mark basically, right? From fantasy words. In other words, a sign that the one who carved the mark would soon descend. Wilhelm narrowed his eyes, struggling to surpass a shackle.
了解しましたよ。ただ今こんななりなんで、俺がご尊願を廃止立てまつんのはまた後日っちゅうことで。
Okay.
クリストフの野郎、相変わらずえげつねえ真似しやがるが。レオン死ぬんじゃねえか、腰抜かしてよ。
Look at that, he vanished. Okay. He just like, okay, he just vanished, what the fuck? The night was heavy with inexplicable and overwhelming pressure. Like the very heavens could fall at any moment. To describe it as the calm before the storm, the stillness before the end, would be most apt. Okay. Well, Shiro attack didn't work. It stopped him, but I guess he was just frozen because of Christoph, of Trifa. So, well, we cannot even freeze Wilhelm. That's a good knowledge. God damn it, they're all monsters. My pathetic lack of defense had been punished by the blow to the solar plexus. The urge to vomit assailed me as I was sent flying backwards, and though I managed to land safely, I was now down on my knees, unable to get back up.
さて、ようやくおとなしくなりましたね、藤井さん。すぐには動けぬでしょうから、しばしいい子にしていなさい。
Yeah, okay.
ああ、あなたもですよ、レオンハルト。そう無駄に恐縮する必要はない。命令はそれを告げた者が責任を負う。私が悪く、そして相手が悪かった。
Okay.
不服でも？
いえ、申し訳ありませんでした。
Sakura hung her head, uttering the phrase without the slightest hint of emotion before he stayed back to silently stand at attention. Their heretical relationship seems quite evident. Sakurai was treating Father Trifa as a superior, and for him...
ああ、ですから、そういう杓子定規な対応をせずとも良いと言っているのに。
Yeah.
困りましたね。
I don't think like Ren can escape. I think he will be like captured or something, probably. I mean, what can you do? You have like freaking Tripa here. What? He and it really was him. Goddammit. Addressed Sakurai with the same old unreliability, broad smile and gentle tone I had come to know him for, acting as his superior. I felt sick as the pain in my stomach had been reinvigorated by another kind of agony. Would I really have to fight him? And if that wasn't enough...
まあここはあなたの理解を得られただけでもよしとしておきましょうか、藤井さん。それで聞いていると思いますが、私はあなたにお会いしてこのように語り合う場を持ちたかった。
Okay.
内容は他でもない。
About who?
我々共通の隣人について。
We both know, huh? Is it about Kasumi for some reason?
率直に答えていただきたい。
Oh!
あなたはテレジアを愛していますか？
What? Why you bring Himuro in this? Wait, what? Why this question?
Nani?
Okay, that's weird. How is she involved in this? She was someone I needed desperately to know more about, yet want to avoid bringing up at all costs. Theresia, in other words, Himuro.
愛っ だと。
ええ。あなた方の仲がいいのは知っています。友人とも、あるいはそれ以上、
Okay.
お互い憎からず思い合っている
What's the significance of this?
ならば個人的に興味が尽きない。
Huh.
あなた、大義や名分が立てばテレジアさえ殺すつもりでいるのですか？
Okay.
あなたは私を憎みつつある。殺す大義を見つけつつある。そうですよ。あなたならば結構。敵、すなわち撃滅すべし。その至極簡単な公式をあなたは彼女にも当てはめますか？
I'm suggesting that they actually maybe not Lisa, but at least Himuro, that she knows your identity and she's actually one of you. Is that what you mean? But wait, oh right, wait. Now I think about this, like the scar of Ren. It's not acting when he is like next to Trifa. It's always acting and like edge when he's like next to the people who have these powers, right? Maybe Trifa don't have actually any of these like sacred weapons, the powers. Maybe he's just like his power is just like he's strong. So maybe Himuro's similar, like she maybe helps them, but she don't have any powers. That's why Ren didn't felt anything from her in the school. Might be, right?
すでに殺人には手を染めたでしょう。経験者として言いますが、一人殺せば止まりませんよと言います。今答えなさい。あなたはあのテレジアを殺さないのか殺
This
す
is weird. Why are you asking us to kill her? What the fuck?
俺は
Still crouched and crawling in the asphalt. I looked up and below with anger. I was an idiot, a fool, an impossible, a brat, and an incompetent kid who didn't know a goddamn thing. I wasn't even sure if I would live to the end of this, and I would be full of myself to think I could protect and save someone. Yet even now I remember those days, and Himuro was naturally a part of the day-to-day life I meant to reclaim. I wasn't gonna listen to anyone grouping her together with those freaks.
俺は絶対お前たちに負けたりしない。
Yeah, that's a denial. From Ren.
たとえ何がどうなろうと、俺があの人を殺すなんて
There's only one thing I could say.
考えられない。そんなことはありえない。
Okay. Right, after I declared that. Okay. God damn, these CGs are so good. Trifa is so good. Father Trifa broke out into the maddened crackle, his body shaken and twisted with each new fit of laughter.
なるほど、なるほど、そうですか。これは、なんともはや勇ましい。
Bravery. Okay, for not killing her? Why?
負けぬと勝つと言いますか。
Oh, that.
この
Okay.
私に我々にあなたが
Yeah, okay. I see why it's funny.
打倒すると
Friendship is power, friendship is magic. Great, I don't think that's how it works, Rando. So yeah, I agree with Trifa here. Like, you can't go on pair with Trifa, and you have like Heldrich on your back right now as well. Like, what the hell?
美しく羨ましく妬ましく愚かしい。実に思考。ああ、よくわかりましたよ。理解しました。それがあなたで偽りないと。ではならば、彼の言葉をお聞きになりましたか？
Oh,
我が主。
he's aware that Heldrich is looking. For a moment, I felt captivated by Father's strip of madness, but at the same time, I came to realize something. Yep. Oh shit! The eyes are behind him. Oh shit! We can hear him! In other words, who the abnormal gaze I've been feeling in my skin these past few minutes belong to.
これがあなたの盟友が大体サラトゥストラですよ。ハイドリー秘境。
Okay. The moment he uttered that word, the very canopy of the heavens appeared to tremble in response. This is cool, I like it. This is really cool. An overwhelming pressure seized me, threatening to crush my very bones, almost like the skies themselves had fallen. I found myself pinned to the ground, unable to move as cracks as through the asphalt around me. The bridge and the seas below hold thousands of tons of steel and concrete rent, asunder by the very presence of a certain being.
率直なご感想をお尋ねしたくありますね。
Also, by the way, these like red glasses like that he has, it kinda reminds me of like second like season of Kuroshitsuji. I don't know if you watched that anime. I like never finished second like season, so I just was like unable to like take this. If I remember correctly, it was like nah. Like first season was cool, but second nah. But yeah, it kinda looks like the one of the guys that also had these like red glasses something. I mean, maybe not him in like entirely, but like this kinda reminds me of him. He had like a chainsaw or something. I don't remember.
悪くない。
Okay. Only Father Trifa remained detached from the pressure ravaging Sakurai and me. A voice echoed from above him. That only shows how strong Trifa is. Like, he just don't give a fuck about like Eldritch presence. A grand whirlpool of gold or perhaps a hole. Hi, Eldritch! You actually materialized, holy fuck. これはディアだ。
に負けんとよくぞ吠えた。その魂敵に値する。
Okay. Oh, you have like little sword here. It's like a dagger or something. Okay. Never saw that. You have the same gloves as everyone else, right? It's not like different design. Yeah, I think it's the same. Okay. Worth crashing against, huh? I wonder, like, because he's a substitute for Mercurius and he wants to fight him basically. So it seems like he's unable to fight Mercurius for some reason. He wanted to fight Mercurius, but he's unable to anymore. And he wants Ren to become the next Mercurius, so they can fight each other for some reason. Huh. The projection began to take form before my eyes, assuming the shape of a man. A man of such tall stature, I would probably have to look high up to see him, even if I was standing. His physique appeared quite proportionate as well, almost like it represents the golden mean of the human body. His golden locks, like a terrible mane behind him, dancing wildly in the midair. His features beautifully enough to drive one to suicide. His physical build exhibits no flaws whatsoever. His narrow slits revealed a pair of golden eyes, gazing calmly upon the world below, their glimmer the light of the hellfire. I had no doubt in mind. That's the guy. That's the guy who's those bastards. Yep.
愛しい我が兄よ。私はラインハルト。
Reinhardt. Okay. Got a new name? I quickly recalled that there was a man by the name known as The Ten Cop Black Prince in the Hangman.
清掃13騎士団黒煙卓第1位ハガルヘルツォーク
Also,
ラインハルト・トリスタン・オイゲン・ハイドリヒ
okay. I just realized because Trifa said he's the third and Heldridge is first. I thought Trifa would be fourth because Heldridge have, or even fifth, because Heldridge has like Mercurius on his side, which I assume would be second, and then we have Schreiber and actually Saurian and Machina as well. They're like with him. They're like the most, like the strongest ones, right? So I would say like Trifa is like 6-1. Maybe it's just like, you know, maybe yeah, like not like in terms of power, but yeah, okay, makes sense. Not in terms of power, but in terms of like chain of command. Okay, makes sense. Like he's the first, Mercurius is second, and he's the third. Makes sense. Okay, never mind.
メフィスト
I was thinking about the power levels.
などと K の演者に祝福された曰く悪魔のような男らしいよ
Reinhard Heldrich, the true commander of the Obsidian Round Table. His advent left me thoughtfully paralyzed. But an unexpected, or perhaps planned, turn of events suddenly shattered the status quo. What the hell? Shiro, you are freaking madman. You cannot like feel the pressure from him? He's just like riding into them, what the fuck? An intruder that no one, not even myself, accepted, claved through the darkness, becoming a dancing light of hope in the wake of rolling exhaust. Yeah. As merciless and disparaging his words may have been, they filled me with a renewed vigor, breathing fresh life into my mind, before I could fall into collapse.
ほう
これはこれは
Yeah, that's like some madman that's like riding bike around and don't give a fuck about your power levels. Shiro is badass. Determined not to lose to the monster pressure, I looked up, but put my hands on the ground and pushed up with all my might. If I mastered every fiber of my being to strike away this fear, I could counter his pressure. If a human like Shiro could do it, there's no way in hell I couldn't.
引くぞ乗れ
Shiro sped down from the opposite lane, cleared the separate half of the bridge, and landed next to me. Just as I grabbed hold of his outstretched hand, he pulled me in the back of his seat with surprising strength.
生きてるかなんとか
If they want, they can just like catch them, so they would just like let them go probably. They had their talk. But that was my limit. I had no strength to maintain a proper conversation.
よっしゃ振り落とされんなよ
Perhaps Shiro was in a similar position to my own. He went into full throttle right away, without sparing Reinhardt from a single glance or word. The Valhalla, or was it the Valkyr? Anyway, the motorcycle raged with the explosion of the roar. I don't remember what his motorcycle is called. Can you remind me in the comments? I don't know. I forgot. All we had to do was to retreat at full speed. If I got into a fight with that thing, I would have been blown to smithereens, even if there were 100 of me. He was not an opponent I could take, and there was no chance at revenge waiting after certain death. I couldn't beat him, at least not now, not yet. He was not an opponent I could topple. I looked down, seeing my feeble complaints melt into the whir of the engine. Yeah, you were overconfident with your powers. We know that. I wasn't trying to take those bastards lightly, and I thought I would prepare myself for anything thrown at me. I wasn't... it wasn't like I actually defeated Sakurai or Wilhelm, and I didn't know if I even could. But I had the means to at least engage them in battle. Yet, I lost my cool mere seconds after Father Trifa arrival, and got entirely too worked up to the mere mention of Himuro's name. After all, that Reinhardt.
何あれ俺の金玉縮み上がったぞ
Okay. That's kinda cool CG. It's weird. I don't know why. I don't like the CG that much. The faces are weird. It's like weird drawings. I don't know. Ren looks like, I don't know. I have no idea what is this face of Ren here. I don't know what that is. Okay. Shiro cleared the breach in the blink of an eye and spoke up once he confirmed no one was following us.
いやマジちょっとちびったっつーの
I was over here, wallowing in shame and depression, yet this guy...
俺もだ
Yeah.
あマジで汚すなようるせえ仕方ないだろバカスミに笑われるぜだからお前は
Before I could finish, it hit me just how utterly silly the whole thing was. Until a short while ago, we've been worrying about whether or not we would die, and now goddammit, it was really fucking stupid. Okay. This one is better. This version of CG is better. I like this more. This is cool, actually. Yep. Nice one. Nice conclusion. We got scared and ran away with our tails before our legs. But fuck it, we are still alive. Yep. True, it may have looked like the utter defeat on the outside. But when considering that we survived such a dangerous experience, it could definitely be counted as a victory. Yep, pretty much. Also, they not following you, that's the plus as well. Like Heldrich probably is like, yeah, let them go. It wasn't mere luck. You could proudly declare that our very own efforts helped us live through the night. Not really, like they can just catch up to you even now probably. So...
お前だってちびってるくせにカッコつけんなバカアホ俺はクールに報告したからいいんだよあとキャラ的に実はお前和ますために嘘を言ったとかそういう見方してくれっかもしんないだろ誰にだよ誰ってほら世のお姉さん方だよわけわかんねえよ相変わ
And well, he did actually save my life today. Putting aside all the trouble he dragged me into the past, I now felt grateful to him.
これでちった気が変わったかああっていうかもういやおうないだろ
I don't know, I like the red faces are weird here. I don't the previous one was cool, but again, like, what is this face? I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not fan of this one. Scene is great, but the faces are like, what?
ご名答じゃあまあコンビ再結成ってことで
I guess this is the face of bliss, of like, yeah, I survived, holy shit. So yeah.
命名チームベアウォルフいい感じじゃねドイツ語的に
Team Werewolf. Okay. That sounded horrible. If possible, I would like to avoid anything German sounded like at the moment, for obvious reasons.
俺はおまけか
Yeah, like you're fighting against Nazis basically.
だってそうだろお前がおまけだはあ何言ってんすか
We raced down the moonlight hallway having a little childish argument. We're feeling like a pair of cowards, but at the very least, we had a brief moment to respite. In hindsight, we fled for a reason, to build up and gather our strength for the next confrontation. Okay, we are back to the serious stuff. Dragging his gaze from the gradually fading tail heights, the priest turned to the figure beside him. The Reinhard Heydrich, standing next to him, was but an illusion, a false image. Even a quick glance revealed it to be transparent. In other words, it was a shade of his true self. This wouldn't last more than a handful of minutes at best. Despite that, the boy was no match, even for his current state.
ご不満ですかハイドリヒ教
The priest posed a respectful question towards his lord.
K は私の言葉を聞いていなかったのか生産杯悪くないと先ほど言ったばかりであろうが
Yep. Like, I guess like you cannot expect anyone who just like got powers like week ago or something. I don't know how long it is, but you cannot expect anyone to be on like Eldritch level in such a short time. He was not crushed instantly from his pressure in this state, so yeah, he can do it, I guess. That's his like mindset probably.
ですが、ご満足はしておら
Yeah,
れ
could be better probably. Though not with perfect clarity, Trifa could understand his master to a certain degree. At the very least, he knew that an ant like himself was no prey for the lion of the Reinhard Heldrich.
わかるか
Reinhard gave Trifa a sidelong glance alongside a sneer, to which he laterally replied with a nod, daring not to look his master in the eye.
いくらか脅せばもう一化けするかとも思ったがな
Okay.
まあよい確かに K の進言通りいささか私が請求だった引き続き遊ぶがよい蝶の空とやら飛ぶがよかろう私は K の正義を見届ける
では
あだがな
The golden beast stopped the priest, just as the latter turned to leave. There was no meaning to the action as far as continuing the conversation was concerned, but there was still a meaning to stopping there. For a second girl remained prostrated at his feet, her gaze fixed on the ground. Kei Sakurai felt thoughtfully overwhelmed by the stark difference between her power and that of the beast, and thus she came to feel the very dread that the others had already known these past 60 years. Reinhard displayed neither contempt nor concern for her puny, trembling figure. He merely passed through her, quite literally, while addressing the priest, regarding her the same way one would a pebble on the sidewalk. Yeah, hell did you have power to like treat people like that? Yeah.
一つ命令だカインを起こせ
Oh! Kind, okay. Huh? What meaning did those words ultimately carry? Kay trembling ceased for a heartbeat, only to return again, albeit somewhat differently.
カインをなぜ
Okay. We know Kain is in the city, right? Because he's like on the list.
得意の開逆か生産杯ならばこれはヴァルキュリアにそういないと
Oh yeah, because Kay is substitute for Valkyria they lost. Remember that?
いえこれは報告が遅れまして申し訳ありませんそれはレオンハルトバルキュリアキルヒアイゼン卿は見まかられましたゆえ私めが補充した次第にございます
Okay, so Heldrich was like not even aware of like Kay existence. Wow.
長女ならばこそだ K も励むがいいレオンハルト
Reinhard walked past the prostrating Kay and the expressionless priest with a coasting smile. His silhouette began to grow dim, melting away into the darkness. It's actually getting darker. Yet moments before the golden afterglow could disperse for good.
楽しませろよ生産杯 K の手並みに期待しよう
Okay. And with that, he vanished without trace. Whew.
やれやれ
That's been short but scary encounter. Once a handful of seconds had passed, Trifa shrugged, breathing a heavy sigh.
相変わらず心臓に悪い肝が凍るし肩も凝る全く健康に悪いお方です
Yeah, I can see that.
ほん
The crushing sense of the oppression constantly emitted by the beast had completely faded. This was likely a sign that he had withdrawn from the time being, however.
まあお立ちなさいレオンハルトああ立てませんかどれ
He approached the pitifully prostrating girl, took her by the arm, and brought her to her feet. Okay.
見たでしょう
Yep.
あれがハイドリ
As expected, that was the first time her actually encountering Eldritch. Like, we know that, right? Because actually, yeah, it was mentioned before that she never like actually met with him or saw him, and she was like wondering why they're like scared of him like that, or like they like, you know, something about him. I don't remember exactly the conversation, but this was like talk with Wilhelm, I remember, and Rusauka, I think. Yeah. Kay hung her head without uttering a single word. She was trying her best to remain calm, yet it was quite clear that she had suffered an extraordinary shock. Rifa placed a hand upon her hair, like a compassionate father.
恥じることはありません。我々は皆そうです。
Yeah, pretty much. The first time at heart.
私も、ベイも、マレウスも、キルヒアイゼン教やザミエル教、そしてシュライバー教に
Lord Schreiber.
彼と初めて会った時は強行してひざまずいた。あれはね、レオンハルト。
Yeah, seems like.
違うん
Seems like
で
it.
すよ。
This is interesting. Look at that. He means Lord Schreiber and Lady Kirschisen. Were they maybe a pair? Or they are like from the same like maybe lineage of the family or something? Lady and Lord? I wonder. Maybe Schreiber is crazy like that because she died. This is interesting. These two are the only ones he called Lady and Lord. So they must have some kind of status.
違う。
The priest nodded, his gentle features contouring even so slightly. Though his affirmation could be considered a show of disrespect towards his lord and master, there was no one here who could deny him. Or perhaps anywhere in the world.
世の中には最初から違うものがごく少数。しかし確実に存在すると私は思っているのです。彼は中でも徹底してそうなのでしょうね。
Okay.
閣下もまたしかり。我々にとって神とは祈るものですが、あなた方にとっては祭り、鎮めるものでしょう。つまり、お願いだから暴れてくれるな、そうしたものだと思いなさい。
Huh.
ですが、
The priest's words were brimming with affection, but Kay rebutted them. She fully understood what the priest implied, sympathizing with the idea that gods needs to be appeased. Monotheism amounted to no more than blind faith akin to intoxication.
ですが、実際に我々はハイドリヒ教を信じ祈らねばならないのでしょう。そうしなければ。
ああ、ですから、要は加減ですよ。バランスです。いいでしょ？臨機応変。あまり真面目に考えていては、先ほどのように息もできなくなりますよ。調子よく逃げたベイや、そもそも気もしなかったマレウスらの賢明さを学びなさい。
Yeah, you should just like try and like avoid this guy as much as possible if he's like in your presence. Yeah, sure, but like close to you. But if he appears somewhere nearby and you're not like next to him, yeah, just like run away. That's a good choice.
ともかく、逃げ遅れた我々は、せねばならぬこともありますしね。
Yeah.
はい。
Kay nodded, withholding her pure question. She felt like she ended up playing right into his hands, but there were no lies in his words. They indeed had things of vital importance to take care of.
では、一足先に戻りなさい。そして、バビロンにその旨伝えておくように。まあ、維心伝心。言われるまでそうしているとは思いますが、ね。
Here's the Babylon. What's her power?
行きなさい。
わかりました。
Kay nodded again before making her a soundless exit. Once the girl was out of sight, the priest heaved a sigh.
だがさて、ハイドリ秘境。何を言わんとしておられるのか。
And he had troubled face. Kane, Okay, Valkyria. He spoke as if he were implying something about them. Trifa wondered if Reinhardt knew something he didn't. Well, probably. Still, the priest would not have been too surprised to have his schemes be discovered. Oh.
まあよい。楽しませよとおっしゃるならば、できうる限り励みましょう。それが私の務めです。しかし、とはいえ、いかがすればよい。
Trifa muttered to himself with a sense of prudence before beginning to walk off. At any rate, he was relieved that they were all lucky enough to overcome that which may have been the very first and the greatest danger in this war. Okay.
私の行いがいいわけなどありませんから、多分あなたのおかげなのでしょうね、藤井さん。
Well, you are kind of manipulating him, so that makes sense. Like with Kasumi as well. We are pulling out the strings, Trifa.
機会が許せば乾杯したいところですよ。
Okay. Secretly, and they would no doubt share a heartfelt laugh. If matters even settled themselves as such that a day like that truly came to pass, it would doubtlessly prove to be the most blissful moment in the priest's life. Okay, and we finished the actual. Oh yeah, we lost Spina. Okay, so it's still happening. So we have everyone. Oh no, right, we don't have the Samuel, we don't have Gods, which is Machina, and we don't have Hrodvindnir. Sorry, I don't remember. I you told me like what Schreiber letter sounds like. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Hrodvindnir Schreiber, basically. Yeah, so these three are gone, and this one. And Kain is actually here. Huh. 29th chapter, Lord of the Dead End. Okay. Other story. Die Morgen Dam. Oh my god. Die Morgendammerung. Morgendammerung. Unlocked. Okay. Footsteps that go through the cold dark hallway, and we'll see whose footsteps is that in the next episode, actually. So I wonder, like, is this the time when I read the wolf team stuff? I mean, we got the drop name, right, about Shiro and Ren here. Let me check the other story. See, we have the werewolf, and this is what they call to themselves. So should I read this next? I don't know. You can let me know in the comments. Actually, you know what? I will not check the other stories, I think. And you just like let me know whenever I can like read them, and I can just like squeeze them into like somewhere in between, I guess, or something. I don't know. Or you know, let me know in the comment. Like, maybe like, I don't know how many chapters there are, like the other stories. Maybe like, let me know like 2 stories ahead, maybe, or something. Like after which chapter I should read one, because we have now chapter 4. For example, let me know that read werewolf after you finish chapter 4, something like that. Read the die more the something after chapter 5, if that's the case, or whatever. So let me know in the comments when I should like read which one, because I still don't know. I know like I should read the werewolf, I believe, in the end of the road, but does it mean that I need like credits? Like I need to reach the credit scene or something? Anyway, that will be it for this episode. So yeah, that was a cool episode. I don't know what to say anymore. We met Heldrich, Kay met him for the first time. That was amazing. Tarifa is amazingly strong. Himura is obviously somehow related to this. At least that's what Tarifa suggested, kinda. So we'll see. That will be definitely interesting to see what's going to happen in the next episode. So thanks once again, and I'll see you next one. So for the Pocket Watch, it's going out.